Is there a difference between happiness and inner peace?
Yes, happiness depends on conditions being perceived as positive. Inner peace does not.
Is it not possible to attract only positive conditions into our lifestyle? If our attitude and our thinking are always positive, we would manifest only positive events and situations, wouldn't we?
Do you truly believe what is positive and what is negative? Do you have the total picture? There have been many people for whom limitation, failure, loss, illness, or pain, in whatever form, turned out to be the greatest teacher. It taught them to let go of false self images and superficial, ego dictated goals and desires. It gave them depth, humility, and compassion. It made them more real. Whenever anything negative happens to you, there is a deep lesson concealed within it. Although you may not see it at the time, even a brief illness or an accident can show you what is real and unreal in your life, what ultimately matters, and what doesn't. Seen from a higher perspective, conditions are always positive. To be more precise, they are neither positive nor negative. They are as they are. And when you live in complete acceptance of what is, which is the only sane way to live, there is no good or bad in your life anymore. There is only a higher good, which includes the bad. Seen from the perspective of the mind, however, there is a good bad, like dislike, love hate.
This sounds to me like denial and self deception. When something dreadful happens to me or someone close to me, accident, illness, pain of some kind, or death, I can pretend that it isn't bad. But the fact remains that it is bad. So why deny it?
You are not pretending anything. You are allowing it to be as it is. That's all. This allowing to be takes you beyond the mind with its resistance patterns that create the positive negative polarities. It is an essential aspect of forgiveness. Forgiveness of the present is even more important than forgiveness of the past. If you forgive every moment, allow it to be as it is, then there will be no accumulation of resentment that needs to be forgiven at some later time. Remember that we are not talking about happiness here. For example, when a loved one has just died, or you feel your own death approaching, you cannot be happy. It is impossible, but you can be at peace. There may be sadness and tears, but provided that you have relinquished resistance, underneath the sadness you will feel a deep serenity, a stillness, a sacred presence. This is the emanation of being. This is the inner peace, the good that has no opposite.